Can we survive as a Soul Reaper from Bleach in the world of Minecraft for 100 days, where I try and kill a Menos Grande? That's right, with the help of mods I was able to bring the world of Bleach into Minecraft, bringing in Shinigami, Quincy's, Vizards and Hollows, alongside with Zanpakutos and Hueco Mundo. If you like this type of content, like and subscribe, and let's get into the video. After spawning into the world, I collected the bonus chest items and made my way to collect some sugarcane to make a Shinai. In order for me to see spirits, I need spiritual pressure to be over 30, and to do that I had to kill a lot of mobs, using the Shinai, which gives you extra XP. After a while I mined some stone to make some stone tools and a furnace. I cooked some food and made a bed. The next day I continued to kill a bunch of animals. I then mined some iron and coal and wood. I smelted my iron and made some armor and a pick. Day 3 I was still killing animals, but I also found a nice little village. I placed down some chests to store my items. I then planted some sugarcane in case I need to make another Shinai. When it became night I heard a hollow screaming, but I couldn't see it. After killing enough mobs I was able to see spirits and hollows, but now a bat hollow was attacking me. After running away I managed to kill it and it dropped Ryatsu, which is the main ingredient for everything in this mod, so I needed to get a lot. I then killed a wolf hollow and got rid of some zombies near my base. The next day I decided to kill all the villagers because I didn't want them attracting zombies to my base. I then went mining in a cave and was killed by a hollow. I went back to the cave and killed one wasp hollow, but another one killed me. I also took on a bat hollow and a blaze hollow, which gave me a pill that increased my Ryatsu control. But I can get pills that increase my other stats. When I returned above ground, I killed a stalker hollow. Day 5 I tried figuring out how to become a Soul Reaper. I decided to make some academy clothes, but I didn't have enough Ryatsu, so I went out to get some. I killed a Shinigami and a hole. What I didn't know was that the hole was actually Grand Fisher, but luckily he was stuck in the ground and suffocated. I fought a spider hollow and after killing it I got some diamonds. I went back to deposit my stuff so I can go out exploring to get more Ryatsu, but I ran into Grand Fisher again and tried running away, but he wouldn't leave me alone, and after escaping I went back into the mines for a couple of days. While in the mines, Grand Fisher was stuck again, meaning I can easily kill him. I continued exploring the village and found Grand Fisher again. I returned to the surface to mine some trees so I can make an animal farm. I was attacked by a bat hollow and it broke my boots, which is something that keeps happening. Hollows destroy your armor really quickly. I then made some fence gates and found a spider hollow and a snake hollow, and they basically spawn camped me. I wanted to sleep but there were too many mobs, so I dug a hole in my house to place a bed. When I woke up I was greeted by a badger hollow. I made some ladders to go up and down the hole. After lighting up the hole I put some stone fences around the village so hollows can't get into my base, but while placing down the fences I fell in a hole and died. After a while I led some animals, but while doing so I was attacked by hollows. This took a while, so I'm just gonna skip to the end. When that was done I continued to add fences, but I ran out of stone so I had to use wood. When the fence was done I bred the animals and was attacked by a wasp. After dealing with the hollow I decided to make the academy clothes. I then put the soul chain on and went out and died, which allowed me to become a spirit. I right clicked a Ryatsu block and became a Soul Reaper. To test my powers I fought a stalker hollow. Day 10 I smelted some gold and made a diamond pick. I killed a snake hollow and it dropped a Ryatsu control pill. I decided to make a nether portal and enchanting table, so I went into the mine to get some obsidian. I made an enchanting table and some bookshelves. Put them down in the basement. I also made a nether portal but I didn't light it. I made another soul cloth so I could eventually make the Shinigami clothes. I also killed some hollows. The next day I decided to light the portal and explore the nether to find some quartz. After getting level 30 I went back to the overworld to explore the world and found a spruce village. which I robbed of their knowledge. I returned home to make more bookshelves. After getting level 30, I enchanted my pick and got efficiency 4. Day 13, I checked to see if I could enchant my academy clothes. I can't. Day 14, I planted some crops and bred the animals. I then went into a cave for some reason and killed a bat hollow, and after fighting a spider hollow, I performed a console on a hole. From day 15 to 50, I decided to fight a bunch of hollows, specifically the Stalker, Snake, Wolf, Wasp and Blaze hollow, because they give dark points. I fought enough hollows to get 400 element points and 200 spiritual pressure. Day 51, I made a lot of progress. I got up to 200 spiritual points and enchanted some of my tools, and I made another diamond pick. I also got a lot of Ryatsu and a lot of hollow masks, but I didn't have enough element points, so I went out to kill some more hollows to level up, and after a few moments I managed to unlock my Shikai and it looks really cool. It kinda reminds me of Shuhei's Zanpakuto Kazushini. The next day I got some wool to make my Shinigami uniform. I killed some squids to make black dye, and after making enough soul cloths, I made the Shinigami top and bottoms. I also upgraded the Shinigami top to a captain's top, and I have to say, I look amazing. I also used wool to add a scarf, and paper lantern to take my top off. I walk in my Zanpakuto to kill a hollow. I then attacked Grand Fisher and killed him. When I woke up, I decided to cut some trees to get apples. I made some golden apples and an iron axe to cut down more trees. I also tried to kill some hollows, but it didn't go well. After getting a lot of wood, I started to make a new house. I started to place down the corners of the house and added some cobblestone walls. After the walls were done, I decided to add a log frame and an oak roof. In the morning, I added holes for the windows and added dark oak floor. I mined and smelted some sand into planes. While the glass was smelting, I put on some of the hollow masks. I added dark oak doors and an enchanting area. I also added some chests for storage, and yes, it does look ugly. The next morning, I finally added windows. I then went mining for diamonds to see if diamond armor was better than Shinigami armor. I enchanted the boots and got some pretty useless enchants. I went into the nether to get XP. I'm gonna skip this part until I enchant all my armor. While getting XP, I saw Grand Fisher, so I decided to see how strong diamond armor was. And yeah, I barely took any damage, which explains why I kept dying to hollows all the time. After enchanting all my armor, I turned one of my hollow masks into a hollow mask shard. I made spirit candy, which does nothing. I then went out mining for some gold, lots of gold, and some diamonds. I returned above ground to store some items, smelt some gold, and kill some hollows. And while I was out, I saw the captain. And out of curiosity, I attacked him, and it didn't go well. The next day, I enchanted some new boots and got protection 4. I then went back into the nether to get XP, and while I was there, I found a fortress and got some blaze rods, so I could make potions. When I returned, I enchanted a chestplate and got protection 4. I also made some brewing stands. I also made and filled some bottles so I can start making strength potions. I added glowstone to make them stronger. Before I could fight the hollows and the menos, I had to get rid of all this grass because I didn't want it getting in my way. I then filled the holes with dirt. After all that was done, I finally started the raid, if that's what you want to call it. I ate the first slice and the hollows started to fall from the sky. I then used one of my strength potions. While going through the raid, I realized they spawned far away from each other, so I made some speed pots while completing the raid. While making some more potions, I noticed the Menos Grande spawned. So I popped a strength pot, a speed pot, alongside with the golden apple. Then I attacked with my Shikai. And yeah, I killed him really quickly. But it didn't drop the Garganta, which is what you use to go to Hueco Mundo. So I had to make more hollow bait. When the second raid finished, the Menos Grande spawned, but it looked different. And it had a really cool mask. I killed it, but I didn't drop the Garganta as well, so I had to make more hollow bait. While making more potions, I decided to add a scarf to my uniform, but I accidentally placed down the hollow bait, so I had no other choice but to do the raid in my base. A regular minnow spawned and I finally caught the Garganta, but because I had another hollow bait, I decided to do another raid.
A few minutes later.
After killing my 4th minnows, I decided to place all my hollow masks on my wall. I repaired some of my armor, but before I left, I decided to give my cows freedom. I allowed them to roam my base by opening up the pen and getting rid of some of the walls. On my last day, I decided to go to Hueco Mundo and it looked pretty cool and it looked similar to the anime. I then dug down to see the Menos forest and it was riddled with hollows and Menos. I then did some wandering till I got bored and decided to go down to the forest, and it didn't go well because I got stuck in a ravine and was ganged up on by hollows. And that's it for this video. There's a lot of stuff to do in this mod, like unlocking my Bankai and becoming a Visored. So if you'd like to see 200 days or you'd like to see me survive as a Quincy, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.